Good morning, Sunset Country.
Morning, we're back. Another week.
Dave and Deb.
Yep, Deb and Dave. Dave and Deb.
Post-turkey.
Post-turkey, yes, lots of turkey.
I'm glad I made it in this morning because we had a beautiful Thanksgiving dinner last night.
Yes, so did we.
So much food.
Crawled in this morning. Well, we had to crawl in this morning because, you know what? Dan Raynor's coming in. We're going to talk about Hockey Day in Kenora. It's going to be so awesome. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, I think you're going to be pumped for a while.
Oh, yeah. Go Leafs.
Yeah.
I got to talk to Dan about that. Maybe he knows something I don't know.
Well, and there's a secret coming up.
Oh.
Yeah, they have secrets about Hockey Day in Canada. It's all coming out.
Secrets.
We also have Carrie Holder in to talk to us about the new emergency notification alert system that the city is doing.
Very important. We need to know when things are happening.
Absolutely.
We do need to know that.
So some people might have already gotten a call at home or at work, so we're going to talk more about that.
Right. But right now we're going to go to a story that my partner Deb did, the medicine walk. So we're going to see what it's all about, the medicine walk.
We're enjoying a beautiful evening out on Rabbit Lake, which is in Kenora, and Jasmine Romaniak has joined us to teach us a little bit about the medicines that we can find in nature. So all over the place in nature, there's different plants that we can have and pick and use ourselves as medicine. And Jasmine, I just wanted you to give us a little bit of a background on your education and sort of how you work with the plants.
Okay, so I have studied for a Master's of Science in Biology. I'm a phytochemist, which just means plant chemist, I guess you could say.
Nice. Well, and I know in this area we have a lot of Indigenous people who use traditional medicines around here, and you yourself are Aboriginal. So how have you sort of used that, your culture and your education to do what you do now?
I've been able to learn enough science to discover that actually science is finally agreeing with Indigenous tradition from the region, and science likes to think that it's discovering a whole lot of novel new compounds when they've been here for thousands of years and have been used by the Indigenous people of this region for millennia.
Well, and a lot of you might recognize where we are right now. Of course, we're by the rowing club on Rabbit Lake, and this is the shoreline. So this is not us trekking into the forest trying to track down these really uncommon plants. This is the shoreline. So tell us about the plant right now, which happens to be your favorite.
Okay, the plant right here, this is a water plant, and it is called Miraca Gale or Sweet Gale. Traditionally, we would use it to dream out our illness. So you could use it before bed, have about a tablespoon, maybe this amount, into a cup of boiling water, break it up a little bit. It is very lovely tasting and smelling.
It smells amazing.
And you drink it before bed, and then it helps you lucidly dream. Now, the Algonquin Tea Company sells it as lucid dreaming tea, but it's so much more than that. It has antimicrobial agents, it has properties that can allow us to help heal our bodies of our own selves. It's wonderful. Every person has a different way in which they collect their plants. I burn tobacco. Now, there's two things about burning tobacco. You burn the tobacco for our offerings to the spirit, and then you burn the tobacco to blow smoke upon the plants, and the plants actually respire it. So they actually breathe in smoke. So there's an exchange. There always has to be an exchange. And what I promise the plants when I blow my tobacco is that my body will one day serve as food for them. So when I take the plant, it's going to help me heal, but it knows there's an exchange. All of them. This alder too, that's an alder too. And it's free for everybody.
Yeah, no kidding.
Everybody that knows.
Everybody that knows.
Yeah, everybody that knows. This is freedom. I teach freedom.
Well, and if somebody wanted to know more or go on a medicine walk with you, how can they get a hold of you?
They can go to my website, jasminecharmaine.ca. And you can find my number, my information, my email there, and check out some of the walks that I've gone on before and some of the activities and presentations that I've done, self-care presentations, everything like that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That was such a beautiful day at Rabbit Lake that day, and Jasmine is just a
Yes.
wealth of information about plant life,
Yes,
I
she
tell
is.
you.
That's awesome.
Coming up next, Dan
Oh,
Raynor is
can't wait.
joining Dave in the studio, and we are going to talk hockey.
It's going to be hockey. Well, welcome back. You know, when we think of Canada, we think of wonderful things like the Red Surge, the RCMP, Beaver Tails, and of course, hockey. And today we've got Dan Raynor here to talk about Hockey Day in Kenora. Welcome to the show, Dan.
Thanks very much for having me.
Oh, thanks for giving us your time here. Now, hockey, this is a big event for the city of Kenora.
This is huge. We're very fortunate. Rogers Sportsnet and Scotiabank approached us, or approached the city and said, do you want to be a part of this event? And we jumped on board. It was a no-brainer.
Excellent. The event's going to take place from when to when? Let's get that out of the way first.
It's a 4-day event. It starts on the Wednesday, February the 15th, and it all comes together when we have the huge celebration on Saturday the 18th.
The 18th. So the city's all going to be, and we're all going to get excited. We're all going to be pumped into this. What do they expect throughout those 4 days? What's going to happen?
Well, there's a number of events. Scotiabank and Rogers kind of has events that they want. So obviously Scotiabank sponsors are a big part of it. There's the kickoff is at the Whitecap Pavilion on Wednesday night.
Okay.
We go into a Thistle and Senior Canadian Alumni Hockey game on the Thursday evening. Friday, and I believe again there's a music celebration, and Brian Trottier may be one of the headliner events.
No way.
He's
Awesome.
He's a country, and he loves to
Yeah.
play country and western, so
Good.
that could be part of it. Friday is we have a gala event, and that will be hosted at the new Seven Generations facility. So we're
the
excited
new-
about
yes.
that.
Yeah.
And then Saturday is just the huge day. We start off with a pond hockey tournament. That's going to be played at the Anishinaabe Park out on the ice
Out
there.
on the bay there.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Down on the harbor front, the entire area will be blocked off. Scotiabank has a number of interactive events. There'll be entertainment. There'll be a rink down there with a skating oval on the outside. And so that's where the finals of the pond hockey tournament will be. Ron McLean will be, throughout the day, will be amongst the crowd. He'll be skating out there. The day really involves, it's a highlight of all the NHL, Canadian NHL. So it starts at, I believe, noon and plays until 10 o'clock at night. So later that evening, we will host an SIJHL junior game. They've been wanting to come into Kenora, so we're hoping that the combination of that event and the fact that Don Cherry and Ron McLean will be hosting Coach's Corner there that evening, that we're looking for a sellout crowd to just culminate the entire event.
Okay, that's the Saturday evening, right?
That is, yes.
And Don and Ron. Okay, so we've got to make sure we get the community. Everybody has to show up. We've got to pack that arena.
We got to pack the arena, but we'd really like the harbor front throughout the day.
Certainly.
So it's a family event. And other events we have is there are school events with both the school boards. We have clinics with both Lake of the Woods Girls Minor Hockey and Kenora Minor Hockey. And they'll be dispersed throughout the week with NHL alumni. In the past, Lanny McDonald, Wendell Clark, and Darcy Tucker.
Yes.
So
Yep.
being a Leaf fan, I'm pretty excited about that.
You're talking
So,
about a big Leaf fan here. They're going all the way this year. I'm putting that out there right now. Leafs are going all the way.
I think we've already agreed upon that.
In 50 years. Yes.
50 years, this is our
Yes. So
time.
back to the show. So they're making it a whole community effort. They're coming in and inviting the whole community.
It is
young, old, everybody.
community event, whether you play hockey or not, whether you've been involved in hockey. We're celebrating our hockey heritage, going back to the Stanley Cup win in 1907, right up to our youth players today. We're inviting our seniors. The events, there's something for everybody, and especially on the Saturday.
Now, a lot of it on Saturdays down at the harbor front at the pavilion.
The Saturday event is all focused down at the harbor front.
Okay.
With the exception of the preliminary games in the pond hockey, there'll be 6 rinks at Anishinaabe Park, and they'll be continuous from 8 in the morning until, I believe, around 1. And in the finals, the 3 groups will move. And again, the pond hockey tournament, the way it's structured, it'll be youth, young adult, and seniors. So hopefully this is going to be we hope it to be a legacy. So
That's
this will be the
fantastic.
first year, and we're committed to run it for hopefully 3 years and build upon that.
That's fantastic. We've got Don Cherry's coming in, and I'm curious to see what he's going to wear. That's my big thing. I got to see what he's going to wear. Ron's coming in. Are they going to be out in the community, both of them, or is it just Ron? Is Don coming in the whole time as well?
We haven't. What's going to happen is Scotiabank and Rogers is coming for their final site visits last week in October.
Okay.
At that time, we'll have a firm commitment of, this is the event, this is where it's hosted, this is the time, and this is who the celebrity and participants will be. So I believe we're not sure that final schedule yet.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting.
It is.
And you say they're going to visit the schools, both Catholic school board and the public school board?
There is. The Stanley Cup will be here throughout the week. So it'll be at all those events. And so it'll be an opportunity I remember last time we celebrated the 100th anniversary.
Yeah.
And with the Stanley Cup, it's something everybody identifies and
Well,
everybody
it
wants
is.
to be around it.
Yeah.
And it creates its own energy. So that's kind of exciting in itself.
Yeah. So how about yourself? Are you getting pumped for this? That week, is it just going to roll by like a hurricane, or?
It's, well, I'm kind of busy with a number of issues right now.
Yes.
So it'll really gain momentum as we're seeing lately with the committee, and things they're coming into place. So it does get exciting when you can start to visualize how it's all going to play out.
Well, I know I do, and I'm sure the city appreciates all the work that you're putting forth to get this here. It's going to be an exciting time for us and for the city. Hockey Day in Canada, it's going to be awesome. Go Leafs, I had to get that out there. When we come back, Deb's going to talk to Carrie Holder from the city of Kenora about the new emergency system that's going to notify us when we need to know about things. So we'll get back to you.
Thanks for joining us on Good Morning Sunset Country. We now have Carrie Holder in the studio with us, and Carrie's here to talk about the new alert notification system, the emergency notification system that the city has adapted or is in the process of adapting. I have to say, Carrie, I was at work, so I guess my employers are obviously, they have City of Kenora Utilities, and I answered the phone and I got the first notification about the alert. So I knew you were coming on the show, and I was like, oh, this is what Carrie came to talk about. So what is the notification system, and sort of where are we at in the stage of incorporating it?
So the notification system is called Kenora Alerts, and it's a way for the city to reach out to all the residents about significant events and emergencies. And it actually is live now. We've had it in place since probably August.
Yeah.
It just took a little bit to get it all fine-tuned and have our utility customers uploaded.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
So these type of alerts, we are talking about extreme weather, forest fires.
Right. Boil water advisories, road closures, fires within the city, any kind of emergencies or events that we think our citizens should know about,
Awesome.
rather than finding out about it on Facebook or through the other media sources later.
Yeah.
It's a good way to put it out there sort of as it's happening or before, if we can.
Do you
Do it that way.
remember this spring, just after the Fort McMurray fires, when Kenora was completely engulfed in smoke? That's when I was thinking to myself, if there was just a means to find out what's actually
Exactly.
going on. Is that sort of part of it? So in an instance like that, where a lot of residents are uneasy about something, they would have access to information about it?
Exactly. At that point, we could have pushed out something that said, hey, don't worry,
Yeah.
we aren't on fire, but the smoke from the fire to the west is coming in, and,
Yeah.
that would have eased a lot of people. So this is a really, really great way to get that out.
Absolutely. So how do people sign up? Because I know I had received the initial phone call, but there's a process to actually getting into the system, right?
Yeah, so there's two ways. One is you can go to kenora.ca, and there's a button on the front page that says sign up for notifications. and it'll take you through setting up a username and a password and answer a few security questions, and then you locate your address on an interactive map, and then you're registered. You choose which way you'd like to receive the alerts. So you can receive it to a phone, a landline phone, a cell phone, by text, by email. There's 6 or 7 ways to receive the alerts. So yeah, you can sign up on our website, and then also if people don't have access to internet or computers, they can call me or come to City Hall.
Awesome. Excellent. So that's a beautiful thing that people can pick their preferences, because I know I don't have a landline. That was one of the things that I was thinking about when I received this phone call. I'm like, how are they going to get in touch with me? But that's a beautiful option.
It is one of the very cool benefits, because a lot of people receive text notifications from different things that are apps, and this is not an app. It's an actual message service that I have to put in the message and press send, kind of like an email, but then it can choose, does it go to a phone? Does it go to an email address? Does it go to a cell phone? Is it a text?
Can you get it to go to multiple different?
You can.
Awesome.
That's what's cool about it too. So when I sign up, I can choose to select my work email address as my primary contact, because I'm almost always at work.
Yeah.
And my secondary one could be my text, like my cell phone, to receive a text in case it's on a weekend.
Right.
And what will happen is when we send out the message, it will try your first contact method. So your first email, say I have email listed. And if it doesn't reach me there, if I don't confirm that I received the message, it will try my next method.
Perfect.
So it's a way for us to make sure people are getting that message about what's going on.
Absolutely.
So
well, that has got to give you like a little bit of comfort too, right? Like, so that, what about lake residents? People that have cottages here, they're not necessarily from the community. Do they?
So when you sign up, you select your address on the interactive map. So there are boundaries set on the map. When you sign up, you'll see. So if you're not within the boundary, I suppose you could choose on the lake.
So is it the city limits?
It is within the city limits.
Yeah. Awesome. So this is for our residents that are coming from Winnipeg and all over to their summer cottages as well. So you need to go to kenora.ca, because like you were mentioning before, you have the utility customers automatically uploaded, but this is sort of an initiative that individuals need to take as well to be a part of it, right?
Self-registration will be important so that we know people who aren't a utility customer, hydro, sewer, or water, are on board and will receive the alerts when we need to send them out. So
excellent.
If everyone can either go on the website or call me or come into City Hall, we're hoping to have a laptop set up in the reception area that people can log on straight away. Also, you can go to the library because they have computers there.
Right.
Or you can call me.
Perfect. Excellent. Well, thanks for joining us, Terry.
Thank you.
And like we had mentioned, if you are not a City of Kenora utility, you need to go onto the website and get all signed up if you're within city limits. When we come back, Dave will be back here, and we are going to tell you what's going on all over Northwestern Ontario.
Well, welcome back. As Deb promised, we've got a few things coming up within the region. First of all, at the Mather Walls House on Friday, October the 21st and Saturday the 22nd, they've got Where Will You Dare to Be?
Ooh.
Yes, it's Halloween. So be there at 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. That'd be awesome. We've got something going on.
So that's a weekend before Halloween.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So same weekend, September 21st to December 10th. This is an exhibit at the Dryden and District Museum. It is a history hidden in plain sight. So this is an exhibit to promote the knowledge, appreciation, and understanding of Masonic history.
Awesome.
and Freemasonry's influence upon our society today.
Wow.
So that would probably be a really interesting exhibit.
Yep. And if you remember last show, we had Lynn Hawley here from the museum. What was why? What was it all about? We're going to learn right now. Well, here we are at Lake of the Woods Museum, Deb, and we're here with Maggie Ma. On our last episode of the show, we talked about the alphabet exhibit here and why sort of stumped Lynn on the show. So we invited ourselves down here. Maggie is a curator for the exhibit here, and she can explain, first of all, what Y is all about.
Well, Y is for yarn, and so we have a variety of yarn-related objects here. On the table, you can see that we have a tabletop spinning wheel, which wouldn't only be used for turning wool into yarn for knitting or crocheting, but also you can see it's quite beautiful and nicely decorated, so it would be kept on display as a centerpiece maybe in a foyer or a dining room. We also have 2 umbrella swifts here, which would be used to stretch out lengths of yarn so that they could be coiled into more usable shape like a ball. We also have a skein winder, which works similarly to an umbrella swift, but it obviously makes much bigger shapes than small balls, and it could be turned by hand.
I'm impressed with all of the things that are at each exhibit. Of course, there's multiple things to look at for each letter, but can you tell us a little bit about the signage going on?
Well, the signage is here because we really wanted to make an exhibit that was for everyone. We wanted it to be really family friendly, and you know, adults will engage easily with the objects that are in the exhibit, but we wanted some bright colors and a little bit of educational stuff for kids so they could get involved.
Awesome.
That's fantastic. Thanks for letting us come down and check out what Y is all about. You've got the whole alphabet here. Come on down to the Lake of the Woods Museum, check out the alphabet, bring the kids, bring the whole family, and see if you can figure them all out. Well, there we were. Wasn't that awesome museum? You learn Y is for yarn. What a great exhibit. If you haven't been there, take some time, go down to the museum. It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. They always do an amazing job, the Kenora Museum.
They do.
I've been
They do a
there for
great
a
job.
lot of their different exhibits.
We have some giveaways.
This is exciting. We have 2 giveaways today. The first one, of course, we had a Holocaust survivor, Nate Lipsiger, was here to talk to us, and he gave us a book that we can give away. So drum roll, Dave. Kathy Gaetano!
Congratulations, Kathy. Way to go.
You can get a hold of us here at the studio and come pick up your book. Very
As well.
exciting.
And the pass for the Beaver Creek Ranch, the winner is, drum roll, there we go, Dolly Spedlow.
Yay,
Again, get a
Dolly.
hold of us here. You're the winner.
That was exciting.
That is.
We need more giveaways for next week.
I know, I like giving stuff away.
And I was kind of, this morning, I was sort of expecting the breakfast pizza to show up.
Oh,
Do you remember the breakfast pizza?
That's right. We're going to have to talk to them.
okay.
Breakfast pizza. But I couldn't eat because I'm still full of turkey.
It's true.
It was an awesome weekend. It was great. You know what?
It's a
If
great
anybody
job.
had a great weekend, send some pics to us from the Thanksgiving weekend.
Absolutely.
Those turkey. Take a picture of your turkey.
Yeah, or your turkey belly.
I don't know if we want to see
Just
too many
kidding.
turkey
No
bellies.
turkey
How about the
bellies.
turkey? We'll go with the turkey.
I want to thank both of our guests today for another awesome show, and have a great weekend.
Yes.
Have a great week. We'll see you next weekend.
Goodbye.
Clothing for host Dave Cain is generously provided by Lincoln Pin at 117 Main Street South in Kenora.